Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I'm your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR. So, why is it that Tenkar hates TSR3 so much? Well, you can look at the graphic, the meme to your right. Now, you can't read what's on the top of the screen, just the way this thing works out with the banner there, but with the framing. But what it says is, here is one for you, Tenkar. Now, mind you, this is on Facebook. I wasn't linked to, right? It wasn't linked to me. I was mentioned, but I was not going to get a notification. I did not make this. All right, so you did not make it. And then it was posted by Justin Lanasa. And then Justin goes on to say, I know I would put a cop suit on him holding a moldy donut. Now that would have been laugh out loud. And it sure would have been, because it says, for those who are listening at home, it says there's TSR, and then there's Grandpa from The Simpsons, and then there's Eric Tenkar. All right, it's a meme, and it's amusing, and it's apparently something that Justin has said that he didn't do, right? He didn't take the effort to make it. So, but it's funny. Was that Reach?
He probably doesn't even know how somebody did it for him.
Well, whatever. He found it on the internet. Whatever. He found it. He posted it. And so, in response, I put up the following. And it says, 4 out of 5 TSR Con sponsors agree they are all Justin Lanasa. Now, what does that refer to? Because he just says, like, well, Eric's just, Tenkar is just mad at TSR. And I would like to just say that I'm not mad at TSR, but I point out their bullshit when there's bullshit to be pointed out. When they start giving us product, when they start publishing stuff, I'll be more than happy to cover it. And there are people in this community that I do not generally get along with. All right, I have a history with, that I do a very, I think, fair coverage of their work, because their work speaks for itself. I don't have any work from TSR to say it speaks for.
To say much of anything.
Yeah, well, it doesn't speak. At this point, Justin speaks. So, what is this 4 out of 5 sponsors referred to? Here is the TSR Con flyer. Now, by the way, I've already been asked this. Somebody said, isn't this very reminiscent of the Black Marsh artwork that is owned by TSR? Yes, it is. That's the artwork that was originally, the original Black Marsh artwork was in the original flyer that had a date that was TBB or TBA, whatever it was. It wasn't to be determined. It was some, I don't know. It was some abbreviation that really didn't make sense. They have a date now. So if you're going to be in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, or the area of Lake Geneva, because I can tell you right now, you probably can't get any hotels, at least not at fair rates, for the holiday weekend of July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
Oh, man.
Okay?
You're
of
not
next year.
Get anywhere near Grand Geneva.
So, well, this isn't, you don't want to be in the Grand Geneva probably anyway. Well, maybe you do.
Yeah,
this is in town.
That time of year, they say.
Yeah, but this is going to be in town at a horticultural hall. The horticultural hall is a bucket list place. I will admit that. It's where the first Gen Con was held. The first couple of Gen Cons were held. It is bucket list. There are a couple of things that are bucket list in this hobby, especially in old school gaming. This is one. And for TSR, Lanasa to be able to get such a location, that's great. But they got it for the holiday weekend. So they got the weekend that was available. They didn't get the weekend that was their choice. All right. I guess people aren't having weddings on the holiday weekend. So they claim that they will have seminars, dealers, auctions, celebrity guests. You know there'll be at least one celebrity guest or two, Ernie and Duck, right? More miniatures, more tournaments, more fantasy RPGs, more board games, more and more and more. The nation's primordial gaming convention. I've already gone over that uh, primordial is, it used to be, they were calling it the premier gaming convention, and I guess somebody pointed out, you've never been the first convention you're running, it's going to hold about 100 and I don't know. I guess if you stack people up like cordboard, is it what they call it? Cords of wood, you could fit 150 in there. It's going to be a tight space. So you can't be the premier space, the premier con, but you can be the nation's primordial gaming convention. Primordial.
What does that even mean?
Primordial means basically, you're coming from the muck, right? You are primordial. You're the amoeba of game. You're the amoeba.
Sounds appropriate.
You're the amoeba of gaming conventions. All right, that's where you're coming from. But you can't really be, because gaming conventions started 45 years ago? How long? No more. Yeah, whatever. 50 years ago. They started a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. You can't be the first one. But in any case, I'm not gonna even go further. Let's look at the bottom. This is where it gets very interesting. Okay, this is where my meme. I call it meme. My cartoon. I have some pretty cool software. I found it for $3.99 on my for my iPhone, and it allows me to put together these little cartoons. Now, there used to be Toon Me or something like that, or Toon Do. That was a really great app on your computer. It was web-based. So the Con Man Sven cartoons I used to use that software. It was awesome. This has a little bit of learning curve. So you saw what I put up. 4 out of 5 sponsors agree they are Justin Lanasa. Because there are 5 sponsors pictured at the bottom of this flyer. All right? So, Dungeon Hobby Shop. Dungeon Hobby Shop is Justin Lanasa. We know that. Okay? TSR, the Game Widgets. This is TSR Con. TSR is Justin Lanasa. All right. What about that lizard icon on the end? So there's a sponsor, I guess, right? Guess what? That is owned by TSR. Therefore, it is, again, Justin Lanasa. It's all the same entity, all the same person. So now I've named 3. So the 4th one was the harder one for me to find. OSR Games. Because you think, wow, nobody's, I guess, put out a company called OSR Games before. I didn't know who these people were. But somebody bothered to do the research and sent me a screenshot of the incorporation page for OSR Games. And lo and behold, who do you think incorporated OSR Games? It happens to be Justin Lanasa. Now, the 5th and the final sponsor, Wizard Tower Games. What does Wizard Tower Games have? Absolutely nothing. They have a game that's releasing November, December, something like that. It's a board game. But in the meantime, they have nothing. They've produced nothing. They've published nothing. But they are sponsoring a con for next year. And that's fine. They are allowed to. But technically, since you really can't sponsor yourself, right? Sponsoring yourself doesn't really work. You know, if you own the gaming convention, you should be putting your money up, right? You should be having faith in it. I don't think Venture Sentanis, right? I don't think V is saying that I can't even pronounce this game company. Whatever. K Games is a sponsor, and Purple Tentacles is a sponsor, and hey, here's a piece of art I own. It's a sponsor. I don't think V's doing that. I don't even know if V's actually looking for sponsors. But this is an attempt to get the consumer, and the consumer could potentially be you, to go, oh my God, this convention is going to be awesome. Look at all the sponsors they have, and it's almost a year away. No, all the sponsors, except for one, are the creator of the convention. They all go back to Justin. Therefore, the piece of art that I showed you, because why not, right? 4 out of 5 TSR Con sponsors agree. They were all Justin Lanasa. So this little one-page cartoon, which took me at least as much time as it took Justin to find the artwork that he appropriated for somebody else, right? I put this whole thing together because, you know what? I had to respond to Justin, right? I had to respond. Sure, you're going to make it funny at my expense. I will make it funny at your expense. I actually like this software. I might have more stuff coming. Hey, why not, right? So, what is the lesson to be learned? Dude, just produce some shit, man. Do something. Put out something. Be creative. You know, I understand that I get under the skin. Gonna let you all in for a little secret. That's my job. Okay? It was my job when I was an investigator in internal affairs. It is my job now. Not for everybody, but for people like Ken Whitman, right? Gareth Skarka, nice enough to threaten to punch me in the throat. Thank you, Gareth. I will never forget that. Of course, you'd have to get out of your chair to do so, so I don't see it happening. By the way, here's one for the masses. We will, Rach and I, have our 10th wedding anniversary in November. Far West will be 10 years late in December. Which do you think is gonna? Well, we already know Far West isn't gonna show up in December, so we can I guess what is a wedding gift for 10 years, Rach?
Let me look that up.
Because
Brass?
That sounds like it.
Let me just be sure.
If it is brass, I think that as a community, we should find a way to give a brass trophy to Gareth.
No, it's brass balls. Sorry,
Right, it says he has brass balls. There you go. So, just again, I don't hide the fact that I'm talking about TSR, but I mean, Justin, if you actually had, I don't know, but I shouldn't say brass balls. If you had any kind of, I don't know, confidence in your little joke, you would have actually tagged me, right?
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's tin.
Tin. Oh, so Gareth has tin balls. Oh, I expect tin's cheaper. Yeah, we'll find a way to get some tin sent to Gareth. I'm sure we can do that. I'm sure he'll appreciate the anniversary as much as the rest of us.
Strength and durability symbolize a marriage that stood the test of time.
I don't think that Gareth has not stood the test of time. Listen, I'll be the first one to say this. TSR 3, 3rd edition, 3rd evolution, they may surprise me. They certainly may. But they publish nothing, right? The big thing is they came into existence last fall, and they've still given us nothing. They gave us Lanasa. He's the gift that keeps on giving. So Justin, thank you, because I really could not ask for a better foil than you, because you just step right into it. So, 2 thumbs up to my good friend Justin Lanasa. Folks, we are still in the midst of the world of COVID. So, all I ask is that you use your common sense. I am not a medical professional. All right. I took precautions. In my case, I got immunized. I took the shots because I have multiple comorbidities. Uh, you know your health risks. You know your situation. Talk to a medical professional that you trust, that you have faith in, and follow their advice. Keep yourself, your family, your loved ones healthy and safe. Be safe, be well. God bless. Roll those dice. And I will be back again tomorrow to, I don't know, give you an update in the news that's going on in gaming. And on Wednesday, as it stands now, the special guest for Talking Crit is none other than Joseph Block, the Great Hawk Grognard. That has snuck up pretty quickly. Very exciting. So, mañana, and then live on Wednesday, 8 p.m. All right, folks. And that note, I'm out of here.